Dr. Connett's favorite things. Hi, Gators. Okay, are you ready for one of my most favorite things? So if you've ever seen Dr. Connett at work getting a little snack, you might see me getting something that could look like this. So let's see if you can figure it out. I'm going to start drawing this by using some shapes that you might know. So I'm going to do a big, what is that? It's a rectangle. Then I'm going to make some smaller rectangles inside it. Just like that. They're almost squares, aren't they? Those look a little bit more like squares than rectangles. But I've got several of them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares inside a big one. Then I'm going to add some color. I know I'm not using my hands on this one, but this one's just a little different. So I'm going to add some color. Yes, I'm coloring it brown. Gee, what could that be? I mean, it could look like a lot of things. It could be a door. But would doors be one of my favorite things? And I wouldn't eat a door because I said this is something I would eat. Could it be a window? Nope, not a window. You wouldn't eat a window. Let's see. I wonder what it could be. Well, it's something that you might eat at Valentine's Day. Something you might eat at Easter. It's something you might eat. It's something you might have with ice cream. Have you figured it out yet? All right, hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna show you. Bet you're figuring it out now. One of my very favorite things. Chocolate. Kind of looks like a chocolate bar, right? It is one of my favorite things. So you can either have chocolate in a chocolate bar, but many of you might have a chocolate kiss. Either way, chocolate is one of my favorite things. So I'm going to pop this in my mouth because I'm really wanting some right now. I'm going to write the word chocolate for you. CHOCOLATE. Yum. Okay, so story time today is true story time. We're going to have a story that is non-fiction. That means it's not a fantasy, it's a real story. And it's a story about where chocolate comes from. So does this look like a chocolate bar to you? Or does it look like a Hershey's Kiss? No, but that's where chocolate comes from. So, the way that you get chocolate is it grows, well, chocolate doesn't grow, but these things called pods grow on this special tree. This special tree is called a cacao tree. A cacao tree. It's kind of fun to say. Not like a cow on a farm, a cacao tree. So on a cacao tree, there are pods. Inside the pods, there are seeds. And those seeds, when you break it open, they look like that. And then they put them out in the sunshine so they dry up really well. And then they roast them. When you roast things, have you ever had roasted chicken or roasted vegetables? Well, when you roast something, you cook it so that it's cooked really well. So they cook these seeds really well. Now it's starting to get like the color of chocolate, isn't it? Once those are roasted, that's when they start smelling like chocolate. Then they grind them up really fine into chocolate powder. And I'm going to show you some chocolate powder at snack time in just a few minutes. But when they make that special chocolate powder, then they can use the powder to make the yummy, yummy chocolate that we see. Now that chocolate didn't come out of that. They're just showing you how it goes from here to here to here to the yummy chocolate that we get. Now, when I was reading up about chocolate, I found out some pretty fun facts about chocolate. Well, did you know that a long time ago, chocolate was considered more valuable than gold? And we know that gold is valuable. That means it's very, very important to people. But a long time ago, chocolate was even more important than that sometimes. Now, raise your hand if you've ever watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I have. I have watched it and I love it. Do you remember when they're in the part of the movie where they're in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory and there's a chocolate river flowing? That was a real chocolate river. And they made it with chocolate and water and cream. But you know what? When I read about this, it said that after a few days, it was a stinky chocolate river, so they got rid of it. But for a while, it was a real chocolate river. I would like to have been in that river. I also learned that many years ago when soldiers would fight in the war, sometimes instead of getting paid money like our soldiers get paid today, they got paid in chocolate. I might like to get paid in chocolate sometimes. That would be great because I love to eat chocolate. I also learned that the smell of chocolate is very relaxing to people. So isn't that interesting? It says that the scent of chocolate gives your brain the signal that it needs to go, ah. So maybe that's why at like 10 o'clock in the morning when Dr. Connett's been running all around school, I think, oh, you know, I kind of need a piece of chocolate. I eat a piece of chocolate and then I go, ah, and I feel relaxed. Maybe that's why. Now, chocolate is good to me. It's not great for you, but it's okay for humans. Guess what chocolate is not good for? Chocolate's not good for animals. So you need to know that. Make sure that when you have chocolate around your house, it's away from your animals because it's not good for animals. And the last thing that I found out that I thought was the funnest fact about chocolate is that there's a country called Belgium. And a long time ago, one time, Belgium made stamps that were made out of chocolate. I had no idea. It says in 2013, they had a chocolate flavored stamp. How did they ever mail anything? I think I would have eaten all the stamps. So there are some fun facts about chocolate. So now I hope you're hungry because it's snack time. Okay, now it's snack time. So remember I promised you that I would show you some cocoa powder. So this is real cocoa powder. And it's the color of chocolate. It's real fine. And cocoa powder is used to make one of my favorite things, chocolate syrup. So you can pour chocolate syrup over ice cream. You can put it on a lot of things, but I'm going to show you today how to make chocolate milk with it. You may have done this before. So for my snack, I'm going to have some milk, but I wanted chocolate milk. So I'm going to pour some of the Hershey's chocolate syrup in there. And I'm going to mix it up. Oh, look, it's turning into chocolate milk. Yum. Love it. It only took a few seconds. No, nothing's better than chocolate milk and a cookie for snack. Really good. All right, so we're gonna do something else that's fun with chocolate, and it's a science thing we're gonna do. So you can eat chocolate just like this, or you can heat it up. And when you heat it up, guess what happens to chocolate? It melts. All right, so you can heat it up on a stove. You can heat it up in a microwave. You could heat it up over a fire outside if you wanted to, like maybe you have s'mores. When you have a fire, you might put some chocolate and marshmallows between 2 graham crackers and it gets really warm with the hot marshmallow and melts the chocolate. Well, I'm gonna melt some chocolate today. So I'm gonna put this in my bowl. I'm gonna take it to the microwave and I'm gonna melt it. It's not gonna take very long at all. It's probably gonna take about 30 seconds. So I'm gonna take it to the microwave. Come with me. I'm gonna go to the microwave. I'm gonna put it in the microwave, and then we're gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And you're gonna hear a beep. Oh, there it is. Let's see if we have chocolate. I think we do. Oh, it's not quite ready. We need a little bit more melting. Let's try some more. So let's give it 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you notice I counted backwards that time? It's fun to count backwards sometimes. So let's look at this now. And let's see. Oh, now that is some yummy melted chocolate. So let's take this chocolate to our table. And you're not gonna believe what I'm gonna do with this. I am gonna use it to help make a butterfly. Now, how do you make a butterfly with chocolate? Well, I have this picture of a butterfly. And normally I might wanna color it. Well, today I am gonna put chocolate on it. Let me show you how. Get some chocolate on my stick. And I'm gonna paint the butterfly. Now, gotta get a little bit more chocolate on my stick, just like this. And I'm gonna paint inside those lines. And I'm gonna paint the whole thing. So, I've got some extra chocolate there that's kind of running between the lines, but we don't always have to get right inside the lines, do we? When we're coloring, we can make it look like the way that we want it to look. So here I am getting all the chocolate in my butterfly. So, I've never seen a chocolate butterfly before, but you are not gonna believe how cool this chocolate butterfly is going to turn out. We're gonna get his body. You notice I got his wings. We're gonna get his body. Get this wing over here. Oops, got a little bit of runaway chocolate there. But that's okay. It's fine. Because this can be however you want it to be. My chocolate butterfly is almost done. Gonna get all in the lines there. Look at that. Are you wondering yet what in the world I'm gonna do with this chocolate butterfly? Well, you're about to see it and you probably won't believe it. So, there we go. I pretty much got all of the butterfly colored in. Now, once you do that, you can take your picture of your butterfly and get a book. Now, you might wanna ask your mom for some help with this because we wouldn't wanna get chocolate inside our book. But I'm gonna be very, very careful with this. I'm gonna put it right there. And see how, when I fold it just a little bit, look at that. It looks like the butterfly could fly away. So I'm gonna hold it just like that. And if I put it in the freezer, I wonder what would happen. I got it really hot to get it liquidy so that it would be something that I could work with like this. If I get it really cold, do you think it's gonna be runny and liquid again? Or do you think it's gonna be solid, something that doesn't move? Let's see. You know what? We're gonna have to give this a little time. I'm gonna put it in the freezer and I'll be back. Okay, boys and girls, I am back in my freezer and look what has happened. We're gonna get the book out with the butterfly in it. Remember how it was all runny and liquidy when I put it in there? When I put it in the freezer, it got super, super cold. And when things get cold, they turn solid again. And look at this. I wonder if it will come off the paper. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at my beautiful chocolate butterfly. It's so pretty. I'm being very, very careful to take it off the paper. And look, boys and girls, isn't that kind of cool? It actually turned the color. It's kind of a color there, isn't it? Look at this beautiful butterfly. You know what would be good to use this for? Ice cream. I'm gonna grab some ice cream. I just happen to have, oh my goodness, I happen to have some Gator Green ice cream. I'm gonna grab a spoon. Oh my goodness, Gator Green ice cream. I'm gonna spread this out. Looks kind of like grass, doesn't it? Kind of looks like grass. Now let's let the butterfly land in the grass. Oh my goodness. Doesn't it look so happy in the grass? You could make your very own chocolate butterfly. Guess what happens though when a butterfly is chocolate? It gets eaten. So I'm gonna take a bite. Let's see if the chocolate butterfly is so good with the ice cream. So good. Okay, Gators. So now that we've learned more, I hope, than you ever knew about chocolate, we're gonna finish up with how chocolate reminds me of the fruit of the Spirit. So, of all the fruits of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, chocolate reminds me of love. And I think it's because it gives you that really great feeling that you feel when you love someone. And it's given out for special presents sometimes. Like on Valentine's Day, we sometimes give chocolate to the people we love. So that's why it reminds me of the fruit of the Spirit, that is love. So let's look at the verse from the Bible. That's John 15:12, and it says, "My command is this, love each other as I have loved you." And those are Jesus's words. So he's saying, just as much as he loves us, that's how much we're supposed to love everybody else. So make sure that you're showing your friends, your parents, and your brothers and sisters, and your pets how much you love them. Thank you for joining me to learn about chocolate. Wait till you see what's next. Dr. Connett's favorite things.